Step aside The Nightmare Before Christmas, there's a new perfect blending of the two holidays. So hear me out, Christmas is clearly better than Halloween, definitively, because Art the Clown even prefers Christmas, yeah. He's resurrecting again, because he does. This time without his head, but his head has been birthed anew by Victoria Hayes, who is also cannibalizing a nurse in hospital while waiting for him after being taken over by the little girl demon who was hanging around with him and was real or not real in the second film. Merry Christmas! So 5 years later... 5 years? Why? Sienna Shaw is still recovering because it turns out that fighting an immortal clown and his demon companion while dressed as a sexy angelic warrior and utilizing the magical sword your father left you before his death in order to defeat them is not the kind of thing that you get over with a hot bath and a shot of whiskey. Also, she is kind of like seeing things for real, like the whole they think she's crazy seeing Art again because she's been in a crazy home for years. Like... But she is also actually seeing her dead friends. So she is, like, insane, just like there's levels. Her brother Jonathan is back too, but he's still weird, but he's normal-ish. I guess just normal by comparison to Sienna, because she's gotten weirder, yeah. And Sienna's coming to spend Christmas with her slightly annoying cousin and her aunt and uncle, but unfortunately, Art and Victoria are about to wake up after just kind of sitting still for 5 years. I don't understand... No, that's fine. But Art has learned from getting beaten up by a teenage girl. He's not getting embarrassed again. I mean, he will, but that's not... he's going to just straight up shoot 3 guys instead of actually fighting them in case he gets ganged up on. Smart. And he's going to set off a mob. This isn't your daddy's Friday the 13th movie. Imagine Jason just straight up pulling out a gun going fucking shooting 3 guys or setting off a bomb in a mall, like... But don't worry, it's Christmas, so even Art has limits. He's not going to get too extreme this time, okay? It's not like he's going to go kill a kid. Or go kill a bunch of kids. Or go kill key characters off screen. Or tear a man apart while his lady friend uses a shard of glass to flick the bean. Yeah, no, there really are no limits. It somehow gets even crazier in the second film. I know that when we talk about these gory films, we kind of say, like, whatever floats your boat, whatever tickles your pickle. Not literally. Look, it managed to up the ante on the crazy shit they did in Terrifier 2, and that's impressive, because that was already nuts. I don't know if they can keep doing that. I feel like there is a limit eventually, but they keep finding new ways to go there, so who knows. I'm also really impressed with the story in this one. I have had several problems with this franchise, and honestly, I feel like this entry has answered them all. I thought it was like too weirdly violent in strange ways, specifically against women. Didn't feel that at all about this one. Not really. I felt like there was no good overarching story. Like, there was 2 hours, 20 minutes of story in Terrifier 2. There was way too much going on, and it didn't feel like it was really all tying up in a nice, neat bow. If you put it together with this one, it feels like it does tie up in a nice, neat bow, but is also leaving a lot of room to go forward. And that's all awesome. That's all really impressive. And simultaneously, it doesn't even just improve and, like, do things better than the second one. It makes me retrospectively appreciate the second one more. It feels like they make the Clown Cafe and all these random bits from the second one feel immortalized as part of this now legendary franchise. It is like an old school slasher franchise being brought to life before our eyes and all of the lore being written, and it's amazing that they're managing to do that. It's amazing they're managing to do that with such low budgets and take over cinema. I mean, literally, it's #1 in America in the box office last week. It's nuts, and it does terrify me, because if they do what I think they want to do for the 4th one, they're really going to have the budget for it, but they're going to have the budget for some weird, fucked up shit, man. I complained after watching Terrifier 2 that I thought, even though I really liked Art and this franchise and how kooky it was, I didn't think they'd made an actually good film with it all yet. I feel like Terrifier 1, Terrifier 2, they build this franchise, they're great, but they're not good films. This feels like a good film. Could just be because I'm very forgiving of Christmas movies. I love Christmas. But, I mean, Christmas #1, anyone? That Terrifier Christmas song was a banger, I'm just saying. So as long as you don't want to ever masturbate again, and you don't really like rats or Christmas, you're going to love this film. I'm giving Still Killed Less Kids Than a Standard American School Day 3.5 stars. I'm slaying a stranger, removing their head freezing, smashing their body until they are dead. Just saying, art resurrected, saved Christmas, basically Jesus.